everyone. Sheila Stratton, Nutrition and Wellness Coach at Community Action in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm here today to do a recipe demonstration as part of our ongoing series of feast classes. So glad that you're here with me today. Today's recipe is super simple. I like to think of this recipe really as more of like a template, or you could say a pattern. You'll see what I mean in a moment, right? So the recipe is filling brown rice and greens salad. And so our ingredients they're very simple. We have salad greens, we've got brown rice, we've got some chopped vegetables. It's really whatever you would like to have in this case. Our recipe gives us several suggestions. I chose carrots, which are shredded, and bell pepper, which is chopped, right? And a bell pepper, right? So isn't that pretty? Bell peppers are sweet peppers, so no heat in this one from the bell pepper. And then, of course, we're gonna make our own dressing, which is a really great thing to do, and it's something that we do in all of our feast recipes, is we make our own dressings. Okay, so what I mean by template or a pattern is, you've got a whole grain, in this case brown rice. This could easily be whole grain couscous, it could be quinoa, any number of sort of fluffable grains that you would want to have in here. It's got some salad greens, it's got some vegetables, and it also has some nuts that we're gonna sprinkle on top. So you could do any nuts you wanted to. We're doing sliced almonds today, and you can buy them pre-sliced. You could buy whole almonds and drop those on there too. Sunflower seeds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, anything goes really, whatever you prefer. So yeah, and you'll see as we go through some of our different recipes, you'll see this sort of pattern play out in some of our other featured recipes. So I wanted to point that out to you. So this is one way of putting together these different categories of foods. Try it out, let your palate be your guide for the next time that you make it. So, okay, so let's just get to showing you just how simple this is, right? So our first direction is toss mixed greens, rice, and vegetables in a large bowl. All right, so I've got my salad greens in there, and this is just some red leaf lettuce. You could get a spring mix, you could do spinach, you could even do like some kale if you like that for a little bit heartier green, or you can mix and match as you wish. So our greens are in there. Brown rice, we're just going to put some of that in there. And this is a trick that I personally find very helpful. At my house, whenever I make brown rice, or any other grain for that matter, I don't make just the amount I want for that particular meal that's in front of me. I make a pot, and then we use what we use for that meal, and then the rice goes in the refrigerator so that we can pull off of that for several days of meals, or in this case, for adding to a salad. So you can see that I didn't use all of it. I just put in what I need for this particular meal. All right, next comes our shredded carrots. So this is an easy thing to do. If you have a food processor, you could probably shred these things up with that tool. I just grated them, on people call this a cheese grater, but use these big holes, and then just run that carrot along, and voila, you got some shredded carrot, and then some chopped bell pepper. So we've mixed the vegetables. and rice and salad in a large bowl. So those are just a little bit of a toss. And oh, you guys, so pretty. There is first step complete. And then the next thing is salad dressings. Making your own dressings is so the way to go. So in this case, we're just gonna have a little bit of olive oil. And you see I'm not measuring. It just calls for a couple of teaspoons, so I'm just gonna eyeball that. And then a squeeze of lemon juice. And so I like to get all the juice out of my lemons, and so I like to use this, is it called the juicer? Now I'm drawing a blank, I don't know what this little guy's called. But anyway, so I've cut my lemon in half, and you just put it on there with this particular tool, and then, you know, just kind of press down and spin it around, and it takes all the juice for you. And so just a little bit of lemon juice in there. And then our secret, I think of this as a secret ingredient, kind of, hot sauce, right? In a small bowl, stir together lemon juice, olive oil, and hot sauce. And so hot sauce to taste. So we're gonna be conservative with our hot sauce, starting with just a little drop or two. Who'd have thought of putting hot sauce in a salad dressing mix? When I first was introduced to these recipes, I have to admit, when I saw hot sauce on the list of ingredients for the dressings, I was like, oh, are you sure about that? But it's great, and then you stir it up, and then we're just gonna drizzle that over, and then we'll toss this. So we gotta grab our spatula so that we can get all of that dressing, precious, delicious flavor out of there. Okay. So pour the dressing on there and toss again, right? So you can get everything mixed, the dressing mixed in there nicely. So you could easily customize this, right, for just one person. And, you know, you don't have to, oops, there's the fun of tossing. You don't have to make a whole big bowl. You could just make a salad for one if you have these ingredients in the fridge, and be easy peasy. Okay, and then the last step, top with nuts and enjoy, right? So here's our finished product. Filling brown rice and salad greens, filling brown rice and green salad, that's what it's called. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So before I let you go, I want to say one more thing about our making your own salad dressings. So thinking about this recipe as a kind of a pattern, right? So think of salad dressings. There's a pattern to how you approach making your own salad dressing. So I'm going to tell you that real quick. On our feast recipe, we've got these extra tips, and so this tip is on this recipe. So when you're making salad dressings, you just want to have a couple things in mind. You need something acidic, right? And then you also just need a little bit of oil to kind of smooth out that acidic flavor. So by acidic, I mean things like lemon juice. In this case, hot sauce, you know, would be acidic because there's vinegar in here. And so that's another category, right? Lemon juice, any kind of vinegars, balsamic, apple cider vinegar, white wine vinegar. I mean, there's lots of different vinegars. Lemon juice, lime juice, so anything acidic like that. And then some kind of an oil. I really like to use olive oil. And then the ratios on that, those ingredients are 3 to 1. Right, so you want to have 3 parts acid. Acid again, right, being lemons, lime, vinegars, things like that. So 3 parts acidic to 1 part oil. And so that would be, if you're using tablespoons, 3 tablespoons lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So you just keep that ratio in mind. That'll get you well on your way to making your own dressings. And then flavoring as you wish, right? That's when you can, as we did, we added a little bit of hot sauce. Mustard could be added, any kind of seasonings or spices, fresh herbs, whatever you like. If you've got a zester, that's a little tool that helps you to take the just the surface peel of a lemon or any other citrus fruit. You could take a little bit of that zest off and add that for extra flavor in your dressings. Kind of just limited by your imagination, really. So that's our template for making salad dressings. It's a great way to save money because you're not buying bottle dressings, which are expensive. And then also, once you start learning about reading ingredients and get practiced at that, you will see that a lot of salad dressings have a lot of sugar in them. Kind of a bad surprise, but that's how it is. And then a long list of ingredients too. So we want to eat more simply and whole, and so making our own dressings is a way to do that. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for listening and watching. I hope you'll try this salad and let us know how it goes.